Hey all, it's Adam from 7.0 ABV or up. We are hanging out today in King's Landing. We got together for a big random 50v50 with a bunch of friends from a bunch of different clans, Wretched Titans, Sohabi, UK Adult Army, and of course King's Landing. And we ended up actually matching really fast against Demon's Lair, who I hadn't heard of, but talented group of players, actually, and according to their little clan description, they are ranked number 20 in Supercell's CWL, and it pretty much shows they have a really strong and good approach, basically with hybrid, a lot of hybrid, but a lot of different attack strategies too, and we're pretty solid on fresh hits. So we're going to start out by checking out one of their attacks, and it was actually a really cool attack I hadn't seen prior. This is Freddy's base. And here we go. It is Zap Edrag. Interestingly enough, this base has all of the air defense and sweepers in a nice little line. So as they correctly ID'd, you can get rid of all of those with 6 zaps. And zap away, my friend. Then I'm sure they pause to think this really can't be that easy, but it really is. All the air defenses are gone. It's just down to 3 rages and a poison, and he's going to use kind of basically pre-rage, get the heroes down on one side, get the dragons in, some loons to soak up any damage from bombs and traps, immediately tomes as they kill the town hall, and then rage again to get right on that eagle, because really the eagle and those scatters are the biggest threats out there until you get to the Inferno Towers. Drops the Stone Slammer just to get a little more soaked up in RC, is able to get a lot done before she inexplicably gets killed by an Inferno. Probably could have got that Royal Champ down a little bit after the siege so that she lived a little longer, but frankly it doesn't matter because the chain damage is so incredibly efficient here that, as you can see, this base is basically wrecked. The attack entirely, I think, took 1:13 seconds, even accounting for the pause. It's just super fast how this destroyed everything. Heroes are still up and come along that top side, and of course the Queen will have to get that final Tesla, but she can get that done with a couple of pumps, even though she doesn't have much life. But I mean, chain damage, this is just wrecked. Everything's wrecked. So a really good idea for that base. If you see something like that, always a good idea to see if you can get an air attack going by taking out literally all of the air defense with 6 spell spaces. So next we're going to check out a Zap Hybrid attack. And this one is on Kraken's base. All right, so this is more the traditional, what we first saw when Zap attacks came out. As the meta changed, apparently this base hadn't, because the Eagle Artillery, the CC, and the Queen are all kind of stacked right on top of each other, and now they are all gone. Zaps and Quakes have taken a big part of this defense away. Now he's going to come in about 6 o'clock with a Queen charge, get a baby dragon down to help funnel, and she's going to get good value, basically going for that scatter shot, that Inferno Tower, and some of the stuff on the bottom. The other thing this allows him to do, as he gets the King down up at 3, and then the Siege Barracks, is set a nice, tasty little funnel to get the entire hybrid attack moving towards that Town Hall. The other beauty of this is, with the King, the Wizards, that P.E.K.K.A., and of course the Hogs that come out, they're able to take care of all the defenses on the top. So it's a funnel that funnels itself, ladies and gentlemen. Hybrid's already started. Doesn't have much to wait for. There's nothing to draw out to get it going, and that path is pretty straightforward right into the Town Hall. Royal Champ, of course, following along, helping get rid of defenses. Nice thing about hybrid attacks, of course, is everything tanks for each other. So miners are tanking for the Hogs, Hogs are tanking for the Royal Champ. Everything moving towards a common goal. And uses the tome, everything through, a couple of loons to distract that wizard tower up at the top. And basically everything is going to meet up on the other side. Queen still has full health, hasn't used the ability yet. Still has some cleanup troops that he can deploy as the rest of this gets around to the other side. Enemy Royal Champ is dead. And ability used. Kind of got lucky with how the miners broke off in different directions. Could have ended up that he time failed it if things had all gone to one side and they had to run all the way across the board, but with how this base was laid out and spread out, it worked really well in his favor. Very nice little attack. And final air defense goes down. So that's some Zap Hybrid. And now we're going to check out a couple of the attacks that we did. We're going to start out with Drew. Very cool attack. This is Hogs, and this is Zap, and this is kind of the tiniest kill squad in the world. But gets a lot of value by getting rid of the Clan Castle, a Scatter Shot, an Inferno Tower, and an AD. So not only a bunch of defenses that could potentially hurt that Hog attack, but it also helps set the funnel A for the Sui, or I guess it's Tiny Kill Squad, as they come in here to get the heroes and the clan, or the Town Hall. And then he'll set the Siege Barracks up at noon to start funneling so the Hogs move into the base. So a couple of Ice Golems, heroes down, a few Wizards, and a Headhunter. Always a good idea if you have heroes out exposed like this and you can tank. That Headhunter takes quick care of them. They're just, well, Headhunters. King's going to get this Archer Tower and then move in and get that Town Hall. He's angry, I tell you. Aggro, even. And Queen will work along the bottom. Alright, so Siege Barracks is going to come down in a second here. And that'll basically start off the other side of this Hog attack. And look how many Hogs he has. He has 39. A couple of cleanup troops and a Headhunter still. Just for good measure. Interesting thing about this, obviously you want to protect your Hogs as much as you can with your spells, and obviously with the Zap attack you don't have many spells left. It's got a freeze, 2 heals, and the Warden's Tome. And if I were looking at this, I would think that would be too wide to have adequate spell coverage on this, but Drew was able to recognize that the pathing actually lends itself pretty good as the Siege Barracks Hogs come in to part of the Hogs splitting off towards the bottom, part of the Hogs staying on the top, and be able to freeze over that last Scatter Shot and Inferno Tower, and having plenty of firepower to get through the entirety of this base. And then just some cleanup left to go as the last few defenses fall. Royal Champ getting that crossbow done. She uses her ability, and that's all over. Now it's just cleanup. He actually has a Party Wizard and a Hog for cleanup. Could have swagged that Hog. Wouldn't have been as good as sportsmanship, but certainly would have been good showmanship. And that's all she wrote. Beauty of an attack. Okay, going one more down here, and we've got a lovely attack by Joe, this drag bat. So look at how much value he gets for what basically amounts to a Sui hero attack, coming in over at 3. You've got Archer Tower, Air Defense, Eagle, and then he's going to come in with the Royal Champ to get the Inferno Tower and even more. So as you can tell, it's not only a huge value for very little invested, aside from your heroes and an Ice Golem, but he also is able to set a really good funnel for the drag attack, which is going to kind of come in from the north between 12 and 2. The best part is at the end. We'll get there in a minute. So King and Queen doing some work. Little Tesla farm sprouts up. Royal Champ is in to get a couple of those alongside the Queen, working in tandem. A couple of loons to try and get rid of that pesky Wizard Tower at 3. And this part's kind of cool. So all 3 heroes still working. That King is able to tank that single Inferno Tower, so Royal Champ can get all the way in there. And That Inferno Tower is gone. The funnel is set. Drag down there. Edrag up at noon. Nice chain damage up there. As you can see, there's a really tight funnel now. So everything gets popping here as your drags and loons come in with the Warden. And then he's going to follow up that with a blimp to make sure to get that Town Hall. 2 rages. 1 deployed there so we can get on that scatter. Warden's Tome used. Making sure to take care of everything, including that blimp. And the blimp will get the the Town Hall, of course. And this is the beauty. Look at the drags. Right on top of that scatter shot, down at 9 o'clock. And the amazing thing is, because of the radius, much like an Eagle Artillery, that the scatter shot cannot fire right above itself. So he didn't even need any extra spell support. He's basically going to literally swag 2 freezes and a Inferno, or I mean Ice Golem, just because why not? Absolutely brilliant attack, really cool use of the bats in particular, and really great pathing on that Sui hero setup, so very nice. Alright, well there's a couple of different examples of some of the new meta and some of the older but still effective and how to use it. I like this because aside from the hybrid, you don't see a lot of these attacks, particularly good old drag and E-drag attacks in much of the competitive scene anymore. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had fun. Let me know if you want to see anything else in the comments, and we will see you soon.